Welcome back to Culture Corner Review for culture news, reviews, and everything in between. Let's get it.
A lot of people, even celebrities, are loving these luxury Isaac and Moore bags.
What we discovered was mortifying.
I've been robbed.
But not everything that glitters is gold, says a number of black investors who claim that the CEO, Isaac Moore, is in his bag with the scams.
He stole $171,000 from him.
They say they invested money to rev up his business, but instead were tricked into wiring tens of thousands of dollars. What Isaac Moore is saying about this. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. He's famous for those unboxing experiences you see on social media, from Jim Jones to Kodak Black to Cynthia Bailey. Isaac Moore is crafting a name for himself in the fashion world, but it may be at the expense of several people who say that he's living a double life as a scam artist. His target, successful black people who believe in him.
We have people that's lost 170,000, 80,000, 40,000. It's just been ridiculous.
Jody Lewis, like many others, found herself captivated by the Isaac and Moore box experience. His luxury bags and backpacks wrapped up and presented in a custom box. She says that she purchased one for a friend, but what she didn't expect is for Isaac Moore to call her personally after she paid for it. He wanted her to invest in a showcase featuring a new Isaac and Moore collection called Space City.
He said that he had a show coming up in May, and that when he has his show, he would then return my investment, and then we would do a profit sharing on that bag line that I invested in.
She runs a successful PR firm and thought that it was a smart investment. It appeared that Isaac Moore was doing well based off of his celebrity connections alone. She had her lawyer draft up a revenue sharing contract in March 2022. She gave him $20,000.
He signed the agreement, he sent it back.
It says here the collection was to launch May 29th, 2022, but Moore suddenly canceled.
Your show was supposed to be in May, that was canceled, and then it was supposed to be redone in June, that was canceled, and then another day was canceled, and then you said December 18th, and that was canceled.
The contract says that every bag sold, Lewis would get a $225 cut. But she says the show never happened. She never got her money back and was blocked not long after.
This is a scam. This is a con artist. This is something that he's been doing for years.
I've been robbed. Strong-armed. I don't know.
It happened to Rosa Ruffin a year earlier. She was one of the first alleged victims to file a police report in Houston where Moore operates.
Isaac approached us and was like, I want to get an opportunity to get in on my company.
At first, he asked for $175,000.
I didn't have the 175, and he knew that. Well, how would you like to be a brand ambassador? And I was like, what does that mean? Let's talk about it. And he was like, well, you can still get the line that you're interested in. It's a one-on-one, and I'll create you a code. So whenever this code is used, you'll get 15% of this amount of money, and I'll put it in the Square account.
She says that she wired him $13,000 to purchase the materials for a backpack, lady tote, and wallet collection, also known as Space City.
And to this day, nothing.
Nothing.
Attorney Chelsea Lewis then stepped in and started to investigate. She found that Isaac Moore is really Issachar Moore and has had a run-in with the law before, including a theft case in 2020 where a complaint shows that he allegedly wrote a check for over $5,600 to a Maserati dealership to fix his car. It says, quote, that when they deposited the check from the suspect, they were informed that the check was written on an account which had previously been closed and the check was not valid.
Unfortunately, what I uncovered was very troubling. It was a number of pending cases in Harris County, Texas, related to theft of funds and stealing from not only business entities, but also from individuals.
The complaint also says that when attempting to, quote, obtain identifying information using a search database, the defendant had previously used 4 different social security numbers and 6 different dates of birth.
As we continued to dig, we saw that this is not an isolated incident. This is not the first time that Mr. Moore has been accused of theft of funds or fraud.
I believed in him from the heart, which I shouldn't have done. A very expensive mistake. But
Anthony Beverly may be going through it the worst. He's a millionaire. He owns a successful healthcare company in Philadelphia and says that since July 2021, he's wired Moore $171,000.
He was supposed to, it was for the materials to buy 600, to buy the material to make 600 bags. And he was supposed to give me a percentage off of each bag. He added me on to his corporate papers, and so I could feel comfortable. So he's like, how about I give you 7% of my company? And I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. That's cool.
He says that he got too comfortable, even took out over $90,000 in corporate loans and put it into a shared business account with Moore.
I called the bank, and they said the account is negative $232. And I was like, damn, where my money going? And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, I said, yo, hey, brother, I'm sorry, man. I had to order the product. And I said, okay, do you have the receipts to show, the invoice to show how much you ordered for 600 bags? He was like, yeah, I got that. My back office got that. That's when he started to fade away.
He says he's still paying back the loans to this day.
I'm the one that's stuck with paying these banks back every month. He blocked me, he blocked my attorney, and he straight ghosted me. What he does is he practiced that same scam story. That's why he's so good at it.
Ironically enough, Moore is promoting a Space City showcase next month, although it's still unclear who's going to collect their share of the profit. Now, we did reach out to Moore's attorney, who says that there is way more to the story than what's being told. He says that he can't comment on Anthony Beverly's $171,000, but Christopher Reed, who is Moore's attorney, said over the phone, quote, Jody Lewis and Isaac Moore reached a settlement where she would be paid her initial investment back of $20,000 on January 6th. He says on January 4th, she launched a campaign smearing Mr. Moore. He says Ms. Lewis violated her own mediation contract and was more interested in smearing him. Now, with Rosa Ruffin's $13,000, he said, quote, this situation is being dealt with in the court and has been ruled as a civil matter. He said with Ruffin's bag collection, she didn't like the material of the bag and inquired to get it redone. She then lost patience with the situation and did not want to do it, and that's how the situation came about. Now, to be clear, those theft charges against Moore, they're still pending in the court system right now, and he has not been convicted of those charges that we know of. Now, that group of investors say that they're right now gathering more information. They say that there's at least 10 more victims out there, and they plan to file a full lawsuit in the months to come. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on this. And remember, life is too short for anything but love. Bless up.